Hey guys, welcome back to Heard It Here First, and today I'm in Manchester and joined by the wonderful Heidi Curtis.
What am I missing when I give it all? A loose and left that will let me rest till I have it bound. Stand for the picture.
Obviously, first of all, how excited are you about tonight?
I'm so excited. Like, they've just done my sound check. The venue's beautiful. Holly's audience is stunning. The stage is next level. It's dressed up. I really appreciate stage detail. So I'm like on this beautiful, whimsical, wonderful stage. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Sounds amazing. And obviously, you've just released third single. How are you feeling about the response to that? Because it's been amazing.
I mean, like, so good. I think, it's still like early days. So to have so many people connecting with the song, and there's a girl who was talking about how it's helped her get back into her creativity again and kind of ignite that fire inside of her, which kind of blew my mind that people are connecting to the music in the same way that I did when I wrote the song. Yeah, it's really awesome. And so it hasn't even been out like a week yet, and loads of people are streaming it. I think we got on like New Music Friday Japan. So all these things, it's really like, I'm a bit of an old soul, so like the internet and new age stuff can be really confusing. But being able to like see it on the other side of the world and people are listening to it and enjoying it just blows my mind.
No, it is. It's insane. And what does that song mean to you?
Well, I wrote it at a time when I was writing so much, and I was doing a lot of my own writing, I was doing a lot of session writing, and really like just giving it everything. But I wasn't in my heart feeling what I was writing. I felt like I hadn't quite found my sound yet. I was writing loads of good songs and loving them, but there wasn't a sound or a theme that I was really sticking to, and I was so frustrated and angry and felt really defeated. And I think I had this bit of writer's block where I just felt like I couldn't write anything, and that song was just pure. I just sat with my guitar. I was like, I don't even care about anything I'm writing about anymore. I just feel like this. And then that song, it was the first time I'd really accepted like that feeling of rage and frustration and confusion, and just said it as bluntly as I could. And then it came out as that song, and it was just a bit, and I was like, oh, okay, this is actually really good. And I think I wanted to release this one in the early days because it was one of the first ones that solidified my sound and the way I kind of wanted my open tunings, and I wanted my tone of voice to come across. Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Amazing. And obviously this is the second night supporting Holly Humberstone. How have you found it so far, and are you feeling like less nervous than you were last night?
Yeah, I was just saying before, like a lot of the shows I've done recently have been like one show on and then a couple of weeks and then another show, and I've been really desperate for like a run of shows with someone that I absolutely love, and I adore Holly and I love her music. And last night was so much fun. The audience was really beautiful and attentive, but tonight I feel probably a lot calmer, because the first time you get on stage you're like, oh my god, you just feel excited and a little bit nervous, and tonight I feel a little bit nervous but definitely a lot calmer and in my body, and really excited.
Love it. And obviously, like, this feels like such a big moment in your career. Like, obviously supporting Holly Humberstone, but you have supported so many incredible artists. Like, the list that you've got, I've been bragging about for days. I mean, like, guys, how is this tour comparing to the others?
Oh, well, I was saying to Holly the other day, this is like the first tour I've been on with another woman. Yeah. And it's just been beautiful so far. Like I've been on some amazing tours, amazing gigs, but it's all been like a bunch of blokes, and like I love the guys, they're great. But it's all the little details that you kind of can't really talk about. And I think definitely like in rock music, but I write rock music, folk music, I feel like you kind of have to leave your femininity at the door a bit. But coming on a tour like this, I can fully embrace it. But like we're talking tarot cards, we're talking makeup, there's like fairy castles on stage, and it's like basically I can just be like, it's a girls tour and it's amazing, and I'm finding a really lovely open space. Like the dressing room doors are open, everybody's just mixing and mingling. It's really beautiful. But every tour I've been on has been wonderful, really good.
And I feel like you and Holly have got quite similar taste in style as well. So are we swapping and changing tour outfits? Because I'd be rinsing that for all it's worth.
Oh my god, I think we're not. I would love to do that live. We're not quite there yet, but I feel like maybe on the third or fourth night, maybe do a close swap. I would love that. She's got a great wardrobe. Oh my god, she wore an outfit last night. It was beautiful. It was like this Victorian Edwardian little jumpsuit. It was like lace and frilly. It was just beautiful. Really good.
See, if I was you, I'd literally, she'd be going, where's that jumpsuit gone? And I'd be like, oh, I don't know, it somehow magically ended up in my suitcase. But, you know. And is there a moment, like, so far that stood out to you as like, oh my god, like, this is it, this is what I've always wanted to do?
You know, I think because I've spent so much time writing music and not releasing music in an age where the message is to like just put out as much as you can, I've really kind of waited and picked and kind of crafted what I wanted to do, just to see like such a positive response, and also like watch people take my music and relate to it. And every time I put out a track and someone goes, oh man, I feel this song so much, it just blows my mind that that's a real thing, and it makes me really grateful to like have music out. And also I've never really done shows with music out, so this whole kind of run of shows and the last few I've done have been really beautiful because people are singing back the lyrics, people know them finally, and it's like, it's really exciting. I just love it all. Like every day is a blessing at the minute. It's like, oh, I just love it. It's really good.
We'll talk a little bit more about the new track. Obviously now it's out in the world, people are loving it. What is there a certain message you want to spread with that track?
Yeah, definitely. I wrote it about writer's block, about not knowing yourself. I feel like in this day and age online, you kind of get bombarded with messages about know your aesthetic, know who you are, and it's very stressful because I don't really like to commit to anything. I commit to a few things: music, family, my relationship, my friends. That's kind of it, you know. That's my commitment. Committing to some sort of aesthetic is like the most stressful thing, and it makes you feel really kind of down sometimes. And I just want people to feel like it's never too late to release music, or it's good to take your time in such a fast-paced era we're in right now. It's like the fast food of music. It's just like really stressful, and I think it's really good to take your time. The music always comes through. And when I wrote that song, it's a celebration of writer's block, because writer's block is an opportunity for rebirth. It's an opportunity to rehash what you think about yourself and change your mind. You can wake up as a different person every day, and that's kind of what all my music celebrates. Like all the songs have different characters, personalities, but this one in particular is just, it's okay to feel like you have no idea about what you're doing. That's okay, because that's kind of part of the journey, isn't it?
Yeah. And do you feel it represents where you are as an artist, like right now?
Yes and no. It probably has a slightly different meaning for me now because I'm feeling really creatively abundant. Is that the right word? I would say I have loads of ideas at the minute, so I'm writing quite a lot. So I don't really feel blocked that way. But you know, trying to promote yourself as a musician now, like especially as like a rock musician, you playing your guitar. There's like a middle ground between pop and like bedroom pop and then bedroom folk. I don't really know where to put myself because I love being on stage. I like being like live, and I think finding that place online is a little bit tricky, but we'll get there. People like to come to gigs, that's our audience. Yeah.
And do you write your music for a live audience, or do you write it to put it out there as like an album or an EP?
Ooh, I definitely write. I write a lot, and I kind of detach from the song once it's done. I like to constantly create fresh ideas and fresh places for myself to go. But right now, this body of track is all kind of being bundled into this EP called Hollow Heart, which it's all a representation of my experience of grief and my first big loss, and it's all kind of the rebirth and the changes in your life and embracing that and not being scared when you feel lost. And in the process of hitting rock bottom, there's a direction to follow. It's only up, isn't it? So this whole EP, I do kind of write in bodies of work, but I also kind of don't ever want to restrict it, because sometimes you might have like a curveball idea. I've got this one song called Give Me Up, which is like a bit of a curveball. It's a pop song. It's great. It's like a poppy rock song. I love it. And that's like a one that kind of fits, but it's also just on its own thing. So yeah, I like that.
And we have to talk about the EP, obviously, that you've announced the other day. I literally screamed when it came up. What do you want people to understand about this EP? What would you want them to take away from it when they listen to it?
I think when I wrote Hollow Heart, which is the title track, it was right after I had my first major loss in my life. And in that moment, like everything in my life completely changed. It was a really, but it wasn't unfair. It wasn't, the chorus line is some things feel so unfair, and it's because these things happen every day. There's loss everywhere, all over the world, worse than what I've experienced, But it still hits you in the same way. And what I want people to take from this EP is that there's a beauty in being completely lost. And I think when people feel lost and they don't know themselves anymore, that can be really scary, and it definitely put me into a very depressive episode. And I wrote these songs and a couple more that are maybe on another body of work. So I kind of want it to be a bit more of a journey. These songs represent that journey from loss, remembrance, redemption, rage, denial, and then coming out the other end. Like Undone was the coming out the other end and feeling, oh, okay, I'm a new person now. I just want people to take hope from it, and it's okay to feel like you don't know where you're going. That's the main premise of it. And loss happens, and that's okay. And it can actually be a beautiful thing. Grief and loss can be a beautiful thing. It can create such beauty and magic in your life, change your perspective on everything. That's what I learned anyway. So I hope people take the meaning of the songs and make it their own as well.
Yeah. It's like one big cycle, one big life cycle. And could you describe this EP for us in 3 words?
Oh, okay. Dramatic. Okay. Dramatic. Cinematic. I've got 4 words. Melancholy. Grief. That would be the whole love.
People give me paragraphs, essays, I don't care.
Yeah,
It starts with 3 words. And what are you learning from building up to release this EP? Has there been like a really big learning curve that you've experienced?
Yeah, I've learned I took a bit of a break, not like an intentional one, from social media, and just focus on the writing of a lot of these songs. And I've learned a lot about kind of promoting myself, promoting the songs, and also I've learned to love them because I've had them just sat on the shelf for a bit. I've learned to love them in a completely different way when they're out in the world, because the build-up's so intense. I'm putting a song out in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and when it's actually out, I find that when the next song comes out, I love the one I get to have a moment to love the previous release. I'm loving releasing music. It's really freeing. I find it really interesting and really fun.
Definitely. And with you saying you had a break from social media, obviously social media plays such a big part in the music industry from artists, managers, everything in between. How have you found navigating that?
I change my mind every day. I either absolutely love it, or I go, oh my god, I can't be bothered. But I think now I've kind of shifted my mentality. I love connecting with people, and I think at this stage in my career, when the numbers are really organic and small and growing, I think it's really beautiful to embrace the moment. I think a lot of people look at somebody with 1 million likes and go, oh, I only got 100, I got 300, and that's if 300 people rocked up into your bedroom right now, you'd be like, oh shit, that's a lot of people. So I've learned to really appreciate the number, big or small. I'm finding it really good, actually. My relationship and my enjoyment of it is growing every day. I'm kind of going, okay, I get it. I'm in my rhythm of it now, which is really fun.
Cool. And we always play a little quick fire round.
Oh.
Okay. I say this to everybody. It's quick fire. Answer them as quick as you can. Nobody ever does, so don't worry. You can give me an essay, a paragraph, 1 word. I don't care. So the first one is dream collaboration.
Florence Welsh.
Dream venue to play.
Red Rocks Amphitheatre.
Oh my god, yes. And then 1 word to describe the moment in your career right now where you're at.
Blessed.
And then 1 artist you'd love to support you.
Who I'd love to support me? Oh my god. Oh, I don't know. That's a really tough one. I have it's not in America called Daffo. I think they're a band, but they're an amazing guitar, absolutely magical. Daffo would be one of my dream support artists. Crazy, yeah.
Love. And then 1 word to describe the rest of 2026.
Busy and magical and wonderful.
She's booked and busy. And then just to finish off on, what do you want your legacy to look like as a musician?
Well, there'll be lots of different eras. I want people to I never want to be restricted to anything. I want to be able to do anything I want, because I have lots of different ideas. So I think what people can expect over my legacy or my years as a musician until I'm a very old lady is there'll be loads of different versions of myself and me and all my different bodies of work. But I think with every song that comes out, there's a moment of rebirth and redemption in each one, and finding yourself. That's kind of the main thing. Yeah, the main inspiration.
Love it. Well, thank you so much for taking some time to speak to us.